A special camp for the registration of authorized users for the geographical indication or GI registered handloom products of Meghalaya was organized today at the State Convention Center in Shillong. The program covered Meghalaya Rindia textile bearing GI tag number 1112 and Meghalaya Khasi handloom products with GI tag number 1113. The event was organized by the National Handloom Development Corporation NHDC under the Ministry of Textiles in collaboration with the Directorate of Sericulture and Weaving, Government of Meghalaya, and was supported by the Office of the Development Commissioner Handlooms, Ministry of Textiles. The program commenced with the registration of participants, followed by the felicitation of guests and lighting of the lamp. The Managing Director of NHDC, Commodore Retired Rajiv Ashok, delivered the keynote address, after which officials from the Directorate of Sericulture and Weaving, the Rindia Producers Association, the Department of Textiles, and the Meghalaya State Rural Livelihood Society addressed the gathering. The Principal Secretary of the Department of Textiles, Government of Meghalaya, Frederick R. Kharkungor, delivered the speech as the chief guest on the occasion. A technical session was later conducted on GI registration procedures, authorized user certification and potential market opportunities for handloom producers. Later, an interactive session provided a platform for open discussion and queries from participants.
February, the state was recognized and awarded GI for India, and since then there has been a lot of highlighting of this aspect right from the level of the Honorable Prime Minister. In fact, Honorable Prime Minister had mentioned it in his Man Ki Baat, which was broadcast sometime in June, and prior to that he had also written a letter to our Chief Minister where he mentioned and also appreciated the Rindia fabric for being hand-woven, hand-spun, ethically sourced, organically produced, naturally dyed, and women-driven, qualities which are a very important aspect of India's sunrise sector, which is the textiles. Coming to Meghalaya, up till a few years ago, sericulture and weaving was a very local village-based activity, and it was almost at the, on the verge of, I should say, dying out. But through concerted efforts by various stakeholders, including the government, various departments, and the people at the grassroots level, there has been an upsurge in the in the whole journey that Rindia has undertaken. And recognizing this from Department of Textiles, one very game-changing development was the declaration of Umden Diwan as the first Eri Silk village way back in 2021, where through an official gazette, the various activities of the Umden Diwan cluster was recognized, and the state and that village was recognized as the first Eri Silk village. So since then that journey started, and there was a thought in the minds of the department that we should seek to apply for GI, but we encountered problems because we did not have a registered user group yet. And after the department facilitated the mobilization of the organization, then we actively collated materials from all over, historical records which date back to 200-300 years ago from the British archival material which we sourced from the British libraries, and also we had a lot of materials which we sourced from various countries including France. So things like those, plus we also drew on the source material of many other researchers. There was another Scottish researcher called Anna, who had done a lot of research work on the Khasi textiles, on the Rindia and the work in Ribhoy, which was published in the University of, in the Royal College from London, and then also it got featured in the Journal of the Oxford, textiles. So all these materials we collated, apart from the production, right from farm to fiber, fiber to fabric, fabric to fashion. The entire value chain was documented, and we also engaged heavily with stakeholders, with the people from the field, and we were called for a GI hearing in Calcutta in the month of November 2024, and there we were able to place and we were able to showcase all these historical as well as archival records, as well as the unique manner of production. Apart from that, one very important aspect that I would like to highlight with you is that this activity, in fact, benefits over 50,000 families, which is quite a large section, considering that Meghalaya population is about 30 lakhs. 50,000 is quite huge if you if you translate them into, and I'm talking about families only, so it could be into 4 into 5. So as per records, there are about 47,430 sericulture farmers and 42,755 weavers and allied workers directly or indirectly involved. So that is quite a huge number in terms of the contribution to the economic livelihoods, and that number is steadily growing as well.